what time it is. You know what time it is. You know what time it is.
Yeah, so
what happened? I saw Kaiba down at the BBMC compound the other day. And he just took off his gloves and he showed me like I'm no longer Rust and see what they did to me, you know, and he was missing 4 fingers.
yeah, so how do I explain this, right? So you know the tea of like Kaiba shooting members back in the day, right?
Yeah, I know the tea
so
about that. I know
he's been
some
given
tea about some other
so
shit as
many, well. Yeah, he's been given so many chances within the group.
Yeah,
he was like we already wanted to kick him a very long time ago.
Right.
But we gave him chances. Ray loved him, didn't want to get rid of him, right? Like we treated him like an actual family member, even though he looked at us all in the face and was like, "You guys are not my family. We're just acquaintances. We're not family."
What?
I never saw you guys as family. He said this like a couple months back.
But weren't Kaiba one of the the founders of Rust? If he was like,
yeah,
he's been there, you know, forever. You know, I feel like.
And he never saw any of us as family yet. So ever since then, he was kind of like not my gang member, if you get me. So during that shit, he was starting to get better, like he was improving, you know. Yeah. But some days he'd just get really bad and make every small little minute issue a fucking Mount Chiliad, you know.
Oh, one of those guys. Okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
You could breathe through your mouth instead of through your nose, and he'd want to shoot.
That is fucking crazy, though. I remember, if I'm not mistaken, you know, the first time we had some issues, you know?
Yeah.
I think Kaiba was doing something weird. I would say, like, compared to like how I look at a gang. You know what I mean? You're very. You know, like, I back up my family no matter what, you know, I don't say anything bad, you know, if you're fighting somebody else, it doesn't matter
every other gang and bitched and moaned about us.
Yeah. And
it was his way of venting. No, he was literally ruining the reputation of our gang by
per se. I would not have a guy like that. And I know that me and Benji met with Ray and told him a little bit about it, you know, like, just so you know, this shit is happening, you know, like, I understand we have, like, differences, but at the same time,
yeah, and at the same time, we could see that as a little bit of like stirring, but we also know that, you know, he did do that, right? And then every time he's confronted on it, it was like, that's just a false narrative. Nobody heard me say anything to do with that. That's just wrong. You're getting the wrong perspective. I was just venting. Like, okay.
We hear from multiple gangs. This is a fucking story.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So he'd have these weeks where he'd like show like, you know, he can be good again, and then he'd like get more comfortable back in the gang again and bitch everybody out and ruin all the vibes in the gang. So he like, we warned everybody, right? Because Ray went to Russia and Ray told me and Ken that he's done with this menial bullshit, and the next people that piss him off and actually fuck around, they're gonna find out. So then they were having a meeting about, you know, just a small meeting, like it wasn't like a typical Rust thing, right? And they were getting issues solved. Perez was there, right? And Ray during that said, you know, if you get heated, just make sure, you know, you walk out, you don't say anything, you like reiterate yourself.
Yeah, you take a breather basically. You know, go out, take a smoke, come back in again, you know, cool down. Yeah, I see what you mean.
And okay, let me give you an example of Kaiba at these meetings, okay? He comes in the meeting before Ray gets here. He's like, guys, I've got so much to say. I've got this list right here, right? I've got so much things. Got all these points, okay? And let's say Perez is right? All right. Okay, guys. Oh, hi, Ray. I've had it up to here with you guys. You guys don't listen to anything I say. I'm leaving. Bye.
Oh shit. This is his way of conducting business.
Yeah.
Holy fuck! I couldn't have dealt with that either. You know, I would have killed him myself.
So
I've shot people for less. You know, even
during the
my own
meeting,
guys.
he stayed silent, right?
Yeah.
He apparently brought up a couple of points, and then they carried on, and it was being a progressive meeting, and it was actually being good according to everybody else. So then Kaiba just stands up, walks out. Ray's like, because the Ratchet was trunk checking, so he's like, "Are you going to check your trunk too?" Kaiba just ignored him, left, got in his car, drove away. Ray then called him like a minute after. He's like, "Yo, why'd you walk out? Like, what's wrong?" And he's like, "I thought you told me that if I was heated, I could leave."
Oh.
During a gang leaders meeting.
Does he have a hard time to read the room and understand what people mean with stuff they're doing when it comes to gang business?
I have no idea, KJ. I have no fucking
No, because
idea.
I guess you and like both of you guys understood, like if you get heated, don't take a breather, you understand, you walk out, you take a smoke, you chillax, you breathe a little bit and you walk back in again, that is common sense in the situation, basically.
Exactly. So he used Ray's own words against him, even though Ray didn't mean it in that exact context.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
And then Ray was like, "Just stop being childish, right? Just come back to the meeting." And Kaiba was like, "No." And Ray was like, "Why would you walk out of the meeting?" They were just like arguing over the phone, and Kaiba said, "Like this!" and then put the phone down on his gang leader.
No way.
Yeah, I know, right?
I didn't know that. So he hung up on his leader?
Yeah.
Like,
he hung up on his leader whilst they were having a serious conversation, and then sent Ray a text message saying, "At the end of the day, it is what it is. We learn from it and move on." To which is something that Ray would say to avoid conflict in the gang. Like, it would be a repetitive thing back in the day.
Yeah.
So he's essentially mocking Raymond here.
Yeah.
So then Ray responds with, "You're being childish. You're the most childish person I've ever spoken to." And then, you know what Kaiba's response was and what he retorted?
No. What was it?
"You're a fucking joke, full stop."
No.
Yeah.
So he felt empowered to basically shame the leader.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Like, it's good and all, like, if you're joking to each other, like me and Benji does it all the time,
like,
but I would never have
take
done
the
that
piss,
in that
right?
situation, That
But
is
he
like
was
a death
doing that whilst
sentence.
arguing. Exactly.
Holy.
And then we get him. He's essentially telling us we're nothing without him. Like, he stopped himself, but he's like, "You guys are not," and then stopped himself.
Ooh.
So and then he's like, "Guys, this is what happens when you walk out of a meeting, guys." And I was just like, "No, it's fucking not."
So he basically feel entitled to, like, he thinks he's above you guys. Basically, that's what you're telling me.
We don't even need him anymore, essentially.
No, I like he's good at what he's doing. Come on, like, he's one of the best, but at the same time,
I'm gonna be honest,
always...
KJ. We have a better S+ hacker, and Ray can do everything Kaiba ever did anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know what I mean? Like Bodhi, Bodhi is cracked. You know what I mean? But he hasn't been around for a while. Like, and then we have another boy. Like, it's
Jalen or whatever.
Yeah, Jaden.
Yeah.
Like, an ex-baller, basically. And
yeah.
we have used some money and put some energy and effort into him, to learn everything and just go with the flow. And fucking A, it's like...
Hey, Kara.
Yo, what's good, Chikora? So, like, there's always new people coming up, you know what I mean? As long as you want to take the time and invest, money and time into it.
Exactly. And the thing is, there's nothing wrong with practicing, but the thing, like... Kaiba literally made it so he didn't want anybody else to hack. Flair was our main hacker at one point, and
I know that. Like, where's Flair been? I haven't seen him in a long time.
Flair's just a little bit depressed in his apartment right now. So
ooh, all right, okay. If you talk to him, send my regards, all right?
Yeah, I will do. We love Flair, so.
No, I like Flair. I always liked Flair. I always had business with Flair, so yeah.
But yeah, like so during that, we're like bringing him to the beach. The little fucker had a GPS tracker on him for his girlfriend to follow him.
I fucking called that shit.
Right?
Girlfriend, isn't his girlfriend... That is
Susie from
Susie
Hydra.
from Hydra. Oh,
So
there.
they literally
does that
followed
sound
us to our blooding
Does that
out.
sound familiar, KJ?
It seems like I'm rewinding another history while I was
That
blooding out
seems
2 of my
so
members, you know, back in the days with
That's
some shit
crazy.
with cameras and trackers and everything, and the Hydra was watching and stuff. Holy fuck.
So Ash and Susie followed us to our blooding out spot. We start talking to him. I rob him, see that he's got a GPS tracker, and just sigh. And we put him back in the car and leave, and tell them that we ocean dumped him, and go to Chumash Pier instead. So then we go to Chumash. He's just like making these like stupid crack jokes like, this is what happens, guys. Just make sure you don't leave meetings, guys. Make sure you don't talk out of line, guys.
Oh, man.
Just taking the piss out already the entire time.
Basically, he's been doing what he is doing for a long ass time, you know, and you guys have just, you know, looked over it and just fuck it, you know, and it becomes to he believes nothing will happen towards him.
Yeah, exactly. So then we get there, we get to Chumash Pier. We get him down on the end of the pier. And we start talking to him. Ray's like, we've given you so many fucking chances. We've let you walk all over us because we value you. Yeah. And we always treated you like family. And you never treated us like family. And the conversation continues. Kaiba makes some snarky remarks, saying he was never going to wear the jacket again anyway. And then essentially Ray just turns around, puts a bullet in his fucking head.
Damn. Old.
And whilst he's laying on the floor, Kiwi picks up Kaiba's katana and chops 4 fingers off his right hand.
That is cold. That is gangster. Gonna be honest with you.
Then,
he deserved
you
it
know,
though. Like it seems like it's a lot of small things, but it boils up to become a big thing.
It's not.
You know?
The thing is, it's not small things. Though.
Yeah.
You
The
would
last one, yeah, but it seems like it'd be going on for a long time.
Drama, KJ.
Yeah,
you would get other people in the gang to go against each other, and he, like, for instance, he took our hangarounds right into a meeting, and asked them what their issues with Rust are, and like trying to get them to give him like ammunition for no reason. And he would always talk about how, like, what are our values and what's the direction of the gang, even though Ray had constantly told him he wants us to like improve the perception of the gang and just improve relations with everybody, right?
Yeah.
But then Kaiba would go around to every other gang, including you guys, BBC, everything, and just bitch about how bad we are and how dysfunctional we are.
Yeah, why do you think we talked to Ray about it? You know, because you know, it's always like you are your gang, we're us, you know, and somebody from your gang coming over to us and telling how bad you guys are and stuff like that, you know, it's kind of like funny and you can like make jokes of it, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, we respect the life we're living. So I've been in a couple of meetings with both Benji, me, and Ray, you know, and telling Ray about, you know, what's been going on, if that makes sense, because I don't fuck with it, you know. I would, you guys, like, if somebody from my gang come over to you and talk bad about us, I would love that you guys come to me and tell me, hey, this guy.
Oh yeah, if someone was spreading some shit about you guys, I'd tell you guys. Yeah.
It's kind of like, you know, a little code. So we kept in touch with Ray about that, you know, that shit is going on, but that was a long time ago as well.
Yeah, and he got warned to not talk to other people about it, and I'm pretty sure he's continued to talk to people about shit like that. But we never had like definitive proof, right?
Yeah.
But then the moment he gets kicked, he goes almost every group and gives them this big sad sob story about how we used him, how he was just a hacking tool.
You haven't told me that though.
Well, I got told by other people that he's been doing
that.
And it seems like he's just trying to go to every group and make Rust look bad, but actually, us kicking him has made us look way better, I'm gonna be honest.
But you know, like, if you have 2 brain cells, you always know there's 2 sides of a fucking story, or there's 3, you know? It's your side, it's his side, and it's like what's actually true, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. So...
And the thing is, like, I'm telling you this, and I've told other people. I've told Karl the exact same thing. Like, I'd rather tell people the actual story and not give my biased take on it.
I appreciate that.
Because I already know he's gonna try and smear Rust, right?
Of course he would.
Yeah.
Where is he going though? Like, he's still together with the?
He's gonna join BBMC, isn't he?
He's joining
Hydra
BBMC?
won't take him. I already spot the Hydra, and they literally laughed in my face. And was like, you really think we're ever gonna take that guy, bro? No, thank you.
Wait, what's that, Cora?
Hey, Kara, are you scared of Kaiba joining Finn's gang?
I have already given them. I've given two of them a warning about Kaiba.
But yeah, fucking, of course, like, I can't obviously be fully unbiased, right? I don't dislike Kaiba, but I dislike the things that he did in that gang.
He's a likable person, but at the same time, he do some dumb fuck things. It seems like he doesn't learn, you know? Like, you guys try to speak to him about the same fucking issues, and it keeps coming back again,
yeah.
you know?
And
back
do you want to know
back
the
again.
funniest thing about Kaiba not being around anymore?
No.
Everybody can laugh and joke with each other. No one's arguing. We're not having the 5-hour meetings that we would have every single week. Everybody's just chilling. No one's pressed. And if they got an issue, they can talk to each other, and Kaiba isn't getting involved, and genuinely just forcing
It's just
people
peace
to
at the
conflict.
moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
And the thing is, we didn't hate Kaiba. We wanted Kaiba to stay in the game. We just wanted him to change a little bit, and he never did.
Can I ask you something though? Is Kaiba human, or does he got some? I'm
gonna be honest. The way he interacts with people is not human.
Yeah. Maybe he should have.
It genuinely seems like he just
I mean?
doesn't understand how to talk. Like, let's just say he joins the BBMC, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna be perfect for them. He'll be great. They'll love him, right? Until he becomes comfortable. The moment he becomes comfortable, Dundee will turn around and put 3 bullets in his fucking eyes.
Maybe, but at the same time, I don't know if you guys know the BBMC, but the BBMC, I know it's fucking chaos. And when you think about chaos, you can add, you know, times 10. That is
then
BBMC.
Kaiba will be perfect in that group then.
Yeah, that's how I know, like, Dundee and the rest of the boys down there. Like, the only thing I can explain is, like, chaos. Pure chaos.
Yeah, and I don't even, like, dislike BBMC. I love, like, Finn and Edbert and...
Oh, there's a,
like,
Jesse.
Other people. Yeah, Jesse is my brother, but he doesn't even come around that much.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a long time, but, there's a lot of great people down there, you know what I mean? But
there is, but
they
I think
are still
Kaiba,
chaos.
you know, if he fits in, you know, good for him.
Yeah.
I just think genuinely he thrives off of making other people unsettled and constantly arguing with one another.
King content.
So genuinely in my opinion,
yeah, slept well, man.
He's not really suited for a gang.
Well, we will see where, you know, the next step for Kaiba goes, but it's good to actually know what's happened, you know what I mean? Like, I appreciate that. Because he haven't told his story to me. I don't know if he talked to other people in Seaside, but I just heard he got kicked, you know, and for me, a person like Kaiba getting kicked, there has to be a big reason behind it, you know? He does,
The thing is, right, everybody says like
he's been doing, you know, and I know he's been doing.
Yeah, true. But everybody says like it's such a big thing, right? It's not as big as you would seem. It's literally Ray told me and Cam.
Yeah.
He's gonna put his foot down now.
Yeah.
Like he's done with the drama. He's done with the bullshit. We're gonna be an actual gang. We're gonna stop.
Kaiba could handle him putting the foot down. It was
pathetic shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So he didn't learn.
You never learned, and then now he's butted out.
That goes.